Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. This is our Beast Tamer Bard campaign. Episode 8. And we have just finished the, I guess, intro? Like 7 hours worth of intro, but I'm going real slow and reading all the things. So, we have leveled. Go ahead and save our game and check our levels. What we getting in the text? All the text. Oh, is it kitties?
Oh.
It's a goat! Oh my god, it's goats. The little horns. Little goats. Little full-grown goats. Alright, Beast Tamer Bard. We get Summon Nature Ally rank 2, which means we can either summon a giant frog or 1d3 mites. Very cool. Oh, I say very cool, but this means I'm gonna have to... Oh, fuck. Alright. We're gonna have to decide, do we want to... We're gonna have to decide, do we want to go with a very specific feat? Maybe now. So we have Summon Nature's Ally 2. Cool. We don't get level spells yet? Bard spellcasting seems weird. Oh, we'll see how it goes. Anyways, we get a +1 on our base attack bonus. We get a plus. I'm making shit up. We get Summon Nature's Ally 2, and we get a feat. Alright, we get 5 skills. Definitely want Mobility 3, Persuasion, Use Magic Device, Knowledge World, and then from there, it's up to us. I like Lore Nature. So I don't know why I'm really going the -1 route. I could go the thus route. Go Perception. Perception's always useful. Go Arcana. Alright, so we could go for point blank shots in order to try to actually be somewhat effective with our crossbow. Thing that we're never gonna be great with the crossbow. It just doesn't happen. Alternatively, we could go for casting. Specifically, we could go for Elven Spirit. Let's say +2 racial bonus on caster level checks made to overcome spell resistance. Which, in addition, we get +2 racial bonus on knowledge arcana checks made to identify the properties of magic items. That's actually not horrid. There's a couple of different meta magics that would be somewhat interesting. Choice. Spell focus could be pretty good. If I was aware of what I'm going for. Spell penetration could be very good. Probably, actually, spell penetration is probably one of the better things to go. And then superior summoning. So this is the other thing that I'm interested in potentially taking. Each time you cast a summoning spell that conjures more than one creature, add 1 to the total number of creatures you summoned. So, in theory, if we were to summon a 1d3 mites, right, with our Summons Nature's Ally 2, it would do 1d3 mites plus 1. Or, if we were to, example, all the way down here, summon Nature's Ally 9, right? We could do 1d4 plus 2 Mastodons, guaranteeing that we get at least 3 Mastodons and up to 6 Mastodons, which is pretty interesting. The only thing is superior summoning does not do anything if you are just summoning the singular creature. So like a single Hamadryad, nope, you don't get a second one. It only works if you're doing multiples. But that is a pretty good option. So I kind of feel like Spell Pin and So what I'm thinking I would like to do with the majority of this is focus on summoning, and then focus on making sure that our spells, debilitation spells generally speaking, have a decent chance of working. So spell penetration I think is probably good. +2 bonus on caster level checks. Does that stack with the Elven Spirit? +2 racial bonus on caster level checks. I believe yes. So a +4 to our caster level checks for spell penetration would be. And then we could do something like spell focus. Not conjuration. We're not really doing anything with conjuration as far as like actual DCs or anything like that. But enchantment or illusion, now those could actually be pretty good effects to where we could boost up the difficulty class of those. So I could see that being pretty good. The question is basically, I'm not sure if I want to go superior summoning or not. I don't think superior summoning is going to be super useful for us right now. I just don't think mites are very strong. When we get to Summon Nature's Ally 3, I think that'll be a very big difference, because 1d3 plus 1 giant frogs is pretty cool. But IDK. Yeah, I'm not sure, honestly. I also don't know, so we're definitely going to want Spell Pen. We're probably going to want Greater Spell Pen, and probably going to want Spell Pen Mythic. But I don't know if there's like a time frame in which you have to get these. No? So I think I'm gonna go for spell pin for now. It'll be useful, even though I think superior summon might be useful potentially. We'll take that, and then take a quick look at our shit. So we're using enchantment, right? Sleep, Haze of Dreams. I just don't think sleep is definitely something that could be good, right? But I feel like picking up other stuff like Expeditious Retreat or maybe even Vanish. Honestly, I don't feel like any of these are super great. Hypnotism maybe. Honestly, probably just Expeditious Retreat. Or maybe Feather Step. Feather Step could be in. Again, if we end up hating something, we can probably just take the respec option. I just don't see myself using a lot of these. Maximum of 1d6 plus 5. Let's take Expeditious Retreat. Let's take Expeditious Retreat. When am I going to use Expeditious Retreat? Expeditious Retreat is really cool, but it's only useful in a situation when you're trying to cheese something that is move-based. Very much a speedrun tactic, and I don't think I'm going to be playing like that run, so I just don't see when I'm going to use it. Comparatively to something like Feather Step or maybe Unbreakable Heart, that even though I don't think I'll use them, at least there might be situations in the game it would make sense. Let's take a... I'm pretty sure that I'm going to either focus on illusion or enchantment, so let's just take something like that. So we'll go with hypnotism. Sure. Sounds good. Definitely not sure about that particular one. Do you just... Interesting. Just lose your lower abilities? It kind of feels like you do. Okay, I kind of just want to see what the frog looks like. I want to see what the frog looks like. That's a big-ass frog. It's just a big fucking frog. Alright. He croaking too. Like, fuck, he croaking loud. Hold up. Got frog information. Journal. Encyclopedia. Creatures. Giant frog. They're just a search. There should definitely just be a search. Summoned giant frog. Ho! Is summoned might in here? Summoned might. Okay. Yeah. So that motherfucker actually does have 8 strength. Yeah, so the summoned might just sucks. Are you fucking kidding me? That is hot garbage. How that gonna be? Man, that is terrible. The first thing you can summon out of the gate actually has a negative to its attack bonus and its damage bonus. It does. It has a 0 bonus to hit, and it does 1d2 minus 1 damage. What the fuck? That is absolute trash. Let's see if the spider's better, man. Or the frog, rather. The frog... well, we actually don't know a whole lot about the frog yet. Is it because we haven't seen the frog in action yet? I believe it to be the fact that we have not seen the frog in action. Interesting, the summoned might does have some damage reduction. Alright, so we've got to see... it's kind of weird that we can't just see our frog's stuff. It does have trip defense, that's interesting. Let's see if this thing has, like, bite your face off or something like that attack. What I want. It's medium. It does have 15 strength, so that at least is a bonus for it. Although, well, I say a bonus for it. Yeah, absolutely. If it's got 15 strength and we give it a +4, right? The might has 8 strength and we give it a +4, so it goes up to 12. This thing's gonna go up to 19. So that'll be a +4 to its attacks and damage at the very least, right? In theory. So, we'll see how this thing performs. I'm pretty excited, actually. Look at this big boy. All right. Less enthusiastic about how loud he be croaking, though. Hey, wait. Mind if I bend your ear about something? Anevia is outside your door, leaning casually against a shelf. So here's the first and most important thing. Beth gave you a crucial mission. I get that. And I know you'll get the job done. I saw you in action. But here's the rub. By sending you out on an errand, we're weakening our defenses. They come at us while you're gone. I don't know if we'll be able to fight them off. Everything seems clear so far. What else do you wish to... You want me to stay here and guard the tavern? What? No. Your task is far too important. You can't just hole up here all cozy like, waiting for the demons to knock on the door. We need to take the fight to them. But if those freaks try to make a move on this place, Beth will send a runner to get you. If that happens, you leg it back here, alright? Because if you don't, you'll be coming back to a pile of ash. Got it? Alright, I wonder if this is a announcement of a time limit, right? Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like a scenario of like, look, you've got X amount of days or X amount of hours before the attack on this location triggers, and then you're getting pulled back here to defend it. Odie boy. Yes, sir, Odie boy. Acha papa. Yeah, boy, yo. The frog's just over here making weird noises, and I don't like it. When do you think the demons will attack next? Your guess is as good as mine. Might not be here. They could attack the whole damn city. Those vermin know they've lost the upper hand, and they're gonna push back hard. Things kick off here. You should know, after they attack, some things could be changed beyond recognition. So, if you got any business that needs taken care of, better do it soon. Okay. I.e., once completed, this area is basically not returnable, I would assume. Everything seems clear so far. What else do you wish to discuss? So the rift that damned beetle left with its scythe? Yeah, well, it cut the city in two, and it's kind of difficult to get across. My scouts tell me there's a halfway decent place to set up a crossing in Market Square. Not that any of them have tried to make sure. But if you got a mind to go across, and I think you're going to have to eventually, you might want to give the square a once-over. For the warning, see you later. Hey now, watch yourself out there. Nice. Okay. Fucking frog. There's Staunton. Talk to Staunton, sure. The dwarf resembles an abandoned citadel, one whose high, crumbling walls are still holding fast, but whose empty, lightless windows make it clear that all inside is dead. Oh, it's you. Good work back there in the Grey Garrison. Name's Staunton Vane. You heard rumors about me. His face, which looks like it has never known anything as carefree as a smile, grimaces. Just so you know, everything people say about me, it's true. What do people say about you? They say I'm a traitor, as bad as a Rilu Vorlesh. That I'm a disgrace, even among the ranks of the condemned. That Queen Galfrey should have never spared me. I belong on the gallows. Right. Lore time! Hardly any name arouses so much rage amongst the Crusaders as the name of Arilu Vorlesh, a Sarkorian witch who initiated the opening of the Whirlwound and then made it expand. Uh-oh. Almost nothing is known about her life before the atrocity, except that Arilu was condemned for using arcane magic, which was persecuted in Sarkoris, and imprisoned in the Tower of Threshold near the city of Iz. This is where Arilu conducted the ritual that paved the way for the demonic invasion, and left her land to be tormented by the demon lord Daskari. If in some mysterious way, the witch transformed herself, turning from a regular human into a half-demon. Over the following century, Crusaders only encountered Arilu or the results of her experiments a few times, but learned nothing more of Daskari's henchwoman. He holds a high position in the ranks of the Army of the Abyss and holds the title of Whirlwound Architect. Condemned. The Condemned is a military unit made up of petty criminals conscripted as disposable soldiers and frontline fodder in the Mendevian Crusades. Oof. And we already read about Queen. Why do they hate you so much? You really don't know. Staunton gives you a long, morose look, then sighs. I'm the reason why the Crusade forces are holed up in a fortresses on the edge of the Whirlwound, instead of bringing the fight to the demons. We used to have a foothold in the wound, the mighty, unassailable city of Dresden. We used to have it, until it fell, all because of my stupidity. I gave the enemy our main citadel. I was tried. They wanted to execute me, and rightly so, but the Queen intervened. Said I should live and fight in order to undo what I had done. That's how I live, decade after decade, fighting in the Condemned. Dwarf shrugs. As you can see, I have fixed nothing, and I have earned no one's forgiveness. Going to spit in my face too. It wouldn't surprise me. I've been doing, so we're kind of going chaotic good, and I've been doing a bunch of good choices so far. I feel like the good choices are more common than the chaotic choices, so I'm going to hit him with the chaos. You're given a chance to live, so live. And stop blaming others for what you've made of your life. You think you're the first to come to me with sermons. The dwarf shrugs indifferently. Okay. Whole city fell because of you. How's that possible? What do you mean, how? Night glares at you from beneath his furrowed brows. If you don't trust the word of a condemned, go ask somebody else, like my little brother, Joran. If you still don't believe it, what's it to me? And if you're about to ask me to recount the story of my disgrace for the 1000th time, don't. Fair enough. Really don't have any friends? I couldn't have survived this long if I was completely alone. Joran, my little brother, he keeps me going. Never abandoned me. Everyone else shies away from me like they might catch what I've got. Even the fighters and the condemned console themselves by thinking, I got stripped of my rank, but at least I'm not Staunton. Fair enough. Commander Tirabade seems to be the only person in the whole army who remembers that I'm a soldier and not a drudge. She has no qualms about taking me into battle. She had some mud flung at her in the past, or so I hear. Why she keeps an open mind about people. Surprised that she's the only one to hold on to her sense in this reason in this farce. So many years in the condemned, surely you paid your penance by now. Not up to me to decide. My life is in the Queen's hands. He falls silent for a moment, and then in a trembling voice he adds, the condemned isn't the worst part. All these years I've prayed to Torag for forgiveness. Countless times I've gone to his priests. Countless times I've kneeled before his altar. If only the father of dwarven kind would answer my prayers just once. And to restore what I've lost. Just to tell me that I'm still one of his children. But it seems he doesn't give a damn about me. What can I expect from mere mortals when my own god doesn't think I deserve redemption? Torag is also known as the Father of Creation, is a stoic and serious dwarven god of the forge, protection, and strategy, who values honor, planning, and well-made steel. He is an often distant deity, lending magical powers to his clerics. I just spilled wine on myself. But leaving his followers to make their own way through life, knowing that this will make them strong. And, well, this particular case does not seem to be working. I need to talk to the elf who calls himself the Storyteller. Do you know where I can find him? The Storyteller. Staunton strokes his beard in thought. A strange old fellow. That one. He used to sit with me for hours, asking about all sorts of things. Never offered judgment or comfort. Listened. First, I wanted him and his questions as far away from me as possible. Later, I realized that talking to him did ease my burden a little. I hope he's alive and well. Completely blind and feeble too, so if he's alone in the city, probably know what that means. I do know one place he might be. Look for him in the Blackwing. The library. Here, I'll show you where it is on the map. I don't know what use a library is to the blind elf, but he loved the place. Sit there day and night. Alright, I have to go. Go on then. Maybe we'll see each other again. Sure we will, Staunton. Alright. There's so many people. Jeez. There's Lan. There's Nevia. Camelia's over at the bar. Let's talk to Camelia. Camelia looks you over pensively, toying with the snake-shaped bone amulet that dangles from her pale neck. Noticing your glance, she flashes you a cold, barely there smile. Greetings. It seems for a moment that the girl wants you to say something. Pause grows too long and she slips back into cautious silence. Where'd you learn to wield a rapier so well? I had good teachers, although they don't get all the credit. I'm a most diligent student. Camelia licks her parched lips. Tell me about yourself. You want to know more about me than you already do. Why? Camellia arches a dainty brow. I talk to the spirits of this tormented land, and they guide me in battle. I'll help you fight the demons, and I swear that you can rely on me in this matter. Isn't that sufficient? Oof, 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 oof. Your amulet is quite unusual. Where did you get it? Let's go with her speech tells me you're a noble birth. Camellia laughs her practiced musical laugh as she watches you from under lowered lashes. Most insightful, a fine quality to have. Camellia's laughter ends and unspoken words hang in the silence. Hey, how's it going, Natty? More wine indeed, although there's not much more. How are you going? How did Arise go for you? Forgive me if my questions disturb you, and resist such a noble and beautiful lady. I will stop bothering you immediately if talking to me upsets you. I really like the entirety of that sentence, but I also don't want to be confrontational to her, nor do I want to be dismissive of non-nobles. Go this route. Not at all. Our conversation is an exquisite delight. Camellia affords you a brief, friendly smile in appreciation of your manners. It went well? Thought you beat it for a second? Oh, okay. So that means you didn't beat it. Good to know. Your amulet is quite unusual. Where did you get it? Was about to get really upset. Was it feeling like it was going to be short? Ah, my little trinket. Nice of you to notice. I assure you this amulet is nothing but a bauble. Can a lady not be drawn to beautiful, useless things? Anyway, as much as I enjoy our delightful conversations, the spirits are calling me, and I must respond. Please excuse me. Camellia turns away, watching you out of the corner of her eye. Ah. She's so weird. Come on, Froggo. Fucking, that's... Oh my god, that looks so, like, weird. Fucking... My frog boy. A frog boy! Oh, you felt like it was gonna be a sequel. Oh, yeah, I would have totally been pissed. Oh, I would have been so mad if they, like, cliffhangered into a fucking sequel. Here, take this. Yes, it's 2,000 coins. Take your payment, and remember that Horga Squirm always keeps his word. You helped me get back to the surface, and I duly paid you for escorting me. Now, speaking of our future cooperation... Hey, 2,000 gold, nice. Horgus looks at you with unvarnished disapproval, his arms folded across his chest, his foot tapping impatiently. I have a job that would be perfect for someone like you. Naturally, I'll pay generously for your services. What do you mean, a job for someone like me? For an adventurer ready to sell their soul for booze and then lie down drunk in the gutter. Rude? Or do you think you're somehow different? A traveling knight, perhaps, noble of heart, but without a coin to your name? Had a very end feeling like anime cutscene with a song that sounded like an end theme. The title of the game showed, all with a cliffhanger. Then the game continued, thankfully. Oh, shit. Yeah, that definitely seems like a oh my god moment. Horgus sizes you up critically, then sighs and shrugs. You seem a reliable enough ally to me. You did get me out of those mongrel caves. So why should I care what you do with my money once you've got it? Ooh, succeeded at a perception check. Rolled. Did I roll that? I don't think I have a +9. Horgus seems like one of those people who thinks the entire world owes them something. However, you hear notes of hysteria beneath his smug arrogance, as though he's really quite nervous but taking great pains to conceal it. But she had just about had a heart attack? Yeah, that absolutely sounds like that. As soon as it happens, yeah, I'll be like, oh, okay, we good. What does this job involve? Catching plenty of people off guard? Probably. You shall be my bodyguard. You see, I have good reason to return to my mansion here in Canabras. I still have. Well, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building with a large garden in the wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city has tried to get inside one way or another. I shudder to imagine the state it's in now. I have little hope that my guards were able to hold the mansion during the attack, and I expect that the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Abadar knows what's happened there since. Therefore, I would ask that you meet me at my mansion and guard me there until I complete my business. Abadar being a god, I'm assuming? Abadar, the god of cities, law, merchants, and wealth, also called the god of walls and ditches in the Eastern Dragon Empires, is known to be a patient. Maintaining a strong neutral stance in his actions, he strives to expand civilization and order amongst the peoples of Golarion. Cool. I already asked the local paladins for help, but they have no desire to set foot outside this tavern. Damned cowards and traitors, that's what they are. Also, please do take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She is of noble birth, after all. Gotta get food? You'll be back later if I'm still streaming? Okie dokie. Well, if I am still around, I will see you then. You have a good one. What kind of reward are we talking about? 1,000 gold coins. Orgus replies without hesitation. Well. Let's give it a go. Diplomacy. Double the reward and I'll think about it. Ooh. Oh, I rolled an 8. So close. I'm not gonna redo for something like that, though. Ha! Right. For that kind of money, I could hire Queen Galfrey herself to guard me. 1,000 is my final offer. I think I'm gonna hit him with the, like, stop being so fucking stuffy with me scenario. You know? Noble birth doesn't give you the right to behave badly. I would ask that you refrain from such statements in the future. Really? How impudent! No one dares tell Horgus Worm how to address the rabble. Fine. Deal. Marvelous. Most excellent. Horgus's face relaxes, smoothing a few of those tense lines. I'll proceed to my mansion at once and wait for you there. Meanwhile, you needn't worry. I know the city like the back of my hand, but do hurry, unless you want me to lower your reward. Alright. Fucking frog boy over here just croaking. Alright, let's talk to the bartender. Hey! A strange figure towers over the bar, a huge, ungainly man with skin so milky white that his blue veins are visible even from a distance. Ooh, interesting. His bald head is equal parts lumpy and pitted, and blood-filled eyes stare impassively out at you from beneath his pale brows. The glass in the albino's large, clumsy hands looks dangerously delicate, as if one twitch of those calloused fingers would be enough to crush it. A gold medallion engraved with a tankard gleams around his neck. What'll it be? The medallion you're wearing. It's a sacred symbol, isn't it? Are you a cleric of Caden Calain? Kylian? I'm a tavern keeper, best in the city. The best there's ever been. And I pray to be the best god there is. And I pray to the best god there is. So that's a yes, apparently. Who are you? Gimil Hawks. Vampire. The albino slowly takes your measure with his red eyes and finally with a gentle sigh. Are you really a vampire? Gimel gives you a look of reproach, then grudgingly answers, no. How'd you end up in the Crusader city? How did anyone end up here? How did you, or them? With a huge hand, the tavern keeper gestures at the ragtag group assembled in the room. The world is big. There isn't any place for everyone. But there still isn't a place for everyone. People who no longer have life anywhere else, they end up here. Any news in the city? The albino looks around. There are demons everywhere. And you showed up. Are there any places in the city worth visiting? You mean places that normal people usually stay well away from? Then there are plenty. Like the Pataxian wine cellar. Taxian. Pitak's origins lie with brigands from their neighbor to the north, Bravoy, who sought sanctuary amid the forests of the River Kingdom. A band of vicious thieves made a hideout in a riverside hamlet known as Pitax. As they visited there year after year, their ill-gotten gold slowly transformed Pitax into something considerably larger than a simple, sleepy fishing village. Eventually, the bandits settled in Pitax permanently, building walls around the city, hiring sellswords to help defend against their enemies, and crowning themselves kings of a newfound realm. With this, Pitax became a permanent fixture in the River Kingdoms, able to survive and thrive for nearly 4 centuries while others around it withered and decayed. Yeah, Texas. Gimel pauses for effect, like the name of the place alone should make you quiver in fear. It once belonged to a Pitaxian trading house. Then King Ioraveti came to power in Pitax, and property started changing hands. Soon after, the cellar shop's assistant was found in a ditch. All of him mine, just as dead. Numerian gangsters had taken possession of the place. They wanted to sell something stronger than wine on the streets. They ended up on the gallows. Then King Ioraveti's number was up. So now the store stands empty and unclaimed. People say that a headless ghost wanders the place at night, moaning ghoulishly. Oh. Nice. Numerian. Once a rising power poised to unite its neighbors under its banner, Numeria's leadership has fallen into decay. Here, savagery and science exist side by side. Amid the wreckage of a crashed starship from a distant world, technomancers from across Golarion flocked to research and exploit the technological wonders found within the otherworldly ruins. Meanwhile, tribes of primitive barbarians cling to age-old tradition and eschew technology in favor of their own raw skill and martial prowess. This is a nation where, under the auspices of technological advancement and the betterment of civilization, a select few rule a subjugated nation as despots and tyrants, placing their own power and continued reign over the well-being of their citizens. If I'm remembering correctly, they're fucking slavers to the core. It's basically like the technomancers enslave everyone else in Numeria. But I don't remember if I'm thinking of a different nation in Golarion. After coming to an end of this story, unusually long by his standards, the tavern keeper takes a swig from his tankard. Just don't ask me how he makes any noise with no head. I wasn't there. I just tell it like I heard it. I see you're not one for talking. Gemmel gives you a long, mournful look and says nothing. Show me what you have. What she's got. Okay, he's got a bunch of potions. Fair amount of potions, actually. Potions of aid, blur, invisibility, bull's strength. Bull's fucking strength. Ew. Lesser restoration. Heroism, displacement, alchemist fires, gloves of the neophyte. Ooh. 1 additional point of damage per die rolled from cantrips or first level spells. Once per day, you may use this item to grant your party total concealment against ranged attacks for 1 minute. Damn. Dark Omen. If the wearer of this ring has the ability to cast spells spontaneously, it grants them the ability to cast the following spells: Ray of Enfeeblement, Scare, Ray of Exhaustion, Fear, and Waves of Fatigue. To cast the spell, the wearer still needs to have a spell slot of the required level. Interesting. Bag of Holding Simul. Yes. Probably gonna buy that, actually. We should bulk sell, and then we've got so many weapons and armors. So definitely all the weapons is going to be the, I think. You know, like the 12 Masterwork Glaives. Or the 6 Masterwork Scythes. The free Masterwork Bardy sheets. Yeah, I'm hesitant to sell off this stuff because it's like we only have one of them. Like if I, for example, right, if I were to drop the Masterwork Dagger right now, I actually know for a fact that Woljef, a rogue character, is down in the basement, right? You know, but I don't know about a whole bunch of other stuff, so I don't know if there's a character around the corner that we could potentially be needing to use stuff for. Silver Tongue Amulet. +2 competence bonus on persuasion skill check. Nice. +2 competence bonus on saving throws against movement. Alright, so ingredients are at least basically no issue as far as weight goes. And honestly, I think sell that half plate. We can sell that breastplate, and we can sell that Baphomet's colt. And then I think we're probably good. I think we can sit on a bunch of these. I don't think we need 3 of the Masterwork Scimitar. Definitely want to take this bag of holding, though. Less weapon, primary magic weapon, secondary magic weapon, magic fang. Magic fang greater. Wow. Spicy pastry, comprehensive guide to cooking a tasty dish. Yeah, let's buy that. Holy water. Okay.
Let's see what we can do.
Chernog. A young man in well-worn traveling clothes and a simple wooden symbol of Aristil on his chest is efficiently cutting a linen robe into strips to use as bandages. Despite his visible exhaustion, he works with zeal, singing some tune about red braids and ripe sheaves of wheat under his breath. He raises his warm, chestnut-colored eyes to you. Are you one of the Crusaders? Thank you for defending those of us whose talents lie off the battlefield. I am Chernog, servant of Erastil. Pleased to meet you. Erastil is the god of the hunt, right? Erastil, also known as Old Deadeye and the Stag God, is one of the oldest human gods still worshipped in the Inner Sea region and is concerned with family, farming, hunting, and trade. During the Age of Creation, Erastil was among the gods who battled Rovagug when he sought to destroy Golarion, and who were eventually able to contain him in the Dead Vault at the planet's core. His religion dates back to before the Age of Darkness, when small farming communities and hunter-gatherers prayed to him for bountiful harvest and successful hunts. Legends claim that it was Old Deadeye himself who crafted the first bow and gifted it to humans to overcome the challenges of the world. Even as the accomplishments of civilization mount, Erastil continues to embrace and represent the simpler pleasures life has to offer. I only took my holy orders recently, but my god has only bestowed a little of his power upon me as yet. I'm sorry to say that the number of wounded fighters in this tavern is far beyond my power to heal. But there's a reason people say have faith in the gods, but look to yourself first. I may not be able to help the wounded with magic, but I can at least cut up bandages. Are you from around here? No, I was just passing through Canabras. I was selling down that old man of ours, the great Selin River, to a village by the name of Chilly Creek. I happened to land in the city on the eve of the festival. I'm ashamed to say I decided to stay for a day to enjoy myself. But I ended up staying in the city longer than I bargained for. Chili Creek, where's that? It's a small fishing village. Not even marked on some maps, but people do live there. What they don't have is a priest. Have no one to heal their wounds, no one to offer prayers for a good catch, no one to give their dead a dignified burial. The world wound is a stone's throw away. So I'll be setting sail for Chili Creek to serve my god and my people. Once we've held Canabras, I'll be going there. If by the grace of the good gods we all survive this, you should come visit. Or you should come and visit me sometime. You'll find the village here, on the bank of the river. Nice! The priest marks Chili Creek on your map. Odie, you want to go to Chili Creek? He says, Jan. He says, Jan. Aren't you a young and inexperienced cleric afraid to go to the border of the world? I won't lie. I am afraid. But what can I do? Those villagers are simple people. Every day of their short lives is spent doing hard, honest work. Exactly the kind of life I want. Something simple, but meaningful. If I had centuries ahead of me like elves do, I might be spared some 50 years or so to travel around the world, the young man says with a smile. Or maybe even 100, why not? I don't have time to spare. I want to spend my short life in the place where I'm needed most, even if it's dangerous. Especially if it's dangerous. What's this? I could use the help of a cleric. Shernog makes a helpless gesture. Erastil knows I'd be glad to help you, but it's no use. My spells are depleted, and I have no training in potions or scrolls. See this robe I'm cutting up for bandages? Second to the last one. Gotcha. Erastil watch over you. Sweet. Who this be? Born Autumn Haze. A tall, fragile-looking elf sits in front of you, eyes closed. He is pale as a ghost, his arm wrapped in a blood-stained bandage. You spot other bandages on his body under his clothes. But even in such a miserable state, he manages to keep calm. Raising his eyes to meet yours, he says faintly, I am Fawn Autumn Haze. Service. His pale lips are reddened by blood, but you see no signs of pain or fear in his gray eyes. You need help? After giving you a cold, intense look, he shakes his head. Don't trouble yourself on my behalf. The local healer tended to me. Besides, I come from a resilient, hardy people. My body will endure both the wounds and the poison delivered through. Who are you? My name is Fawn Autumn Haze. I come here from Kionin. I am a hunter, and all minions of evil are my quarry. I won't say more than that if you don't mind. We are strangers and of different races and cultures. I'd rather not tell you more than is necessary. Kionin. The homeland of the elven race on Golarion, Kionin was almost completely evacuated by the elves just before the fall of the Starstone. They only recently, by elven standards, returned to Golarion to reclaim their ancient homeland and have become an isolationist realm, allowing few non-elven visitors into the mist-shrouded capital, Iadara. Who wounded you? A sinner and accomplice to demons. Worry I am hunting in this inhospitable place. I am Kajak. You can trust me. Might be able to help you. After a brief pause, Thorn says, polite to refuse such a direct and friendly offer. Who is your quarry here in Mendev? I was hunting a fugitive. A Deskarite by the name of Kailessa. Aw, really? Holy shit. Okay. Is that who I'm thinking it is? Maybe not. Hey, Lisa?
Hey, why are you sleeping?
You sleeping, Odie boy?
Why are you sleeping?
Oh, don't be sleeping, Odie boy.
Hey, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Hey. Hey, are you trying to sleep?
He gonna get you, mama.
How do you like it?
Doesn't.
I don't like it either.
He's gonna do it to you anyways, though, mama. He doesn't understand that. He's just a kitty cat. He doesn't have he doesn't have an understanding of cause and effect.
Fuck him.
Boop.
All night, every night.
Yeah. I managed to catch up to her here in Canabras, and I wounded her. Then demons appeared and the city was engulfed in flames. I was injured in the battle that ensued and couldn't free her soul from its service to her dark masters. He expresses no anger or hatred as he speaks, only compassionate sorrow. You're not that great a hunter, it would seem. I am sorry for your misfortune. I hope that things will turn out differently next time. He purses his lips. There's no need for pity. Our ancient kind is blessed with better longevity. Or great longevity. We gain a deeper understanding of the world than other races, and we learn our lessons better than anyone. That goes for learning from our mistakes as well. I survived, which means I will be more prepared when next we meet. I'd like to know more about you. I won't hold anything back, not who I am, why I made my way here, or who it is that I am pursuing. Or about yourself. Other peoples tend to believe that the identity is the sum of a person's actions and the events that happen to them. I am one of a long line of warriors of Kionin who, since his youth, has dedicated himself to hunting evil and injustice. I am a successful and capable huntsman. Tracked down and slain a great many monster. But I am an elf, and for me, my identity has a different meaning. It is shaped by the place where I was born, that I love so deeply. I am shaped by what I find beautiful and what makes my heart quicken, by the fears that come to me in the dead of night, by the things I find so intolerable that at the sight of them my very core darkens and fills with poison. Thus, to tell you who I am, I would require many days and much candor. Which is more than you and I have at our disposal. Alright. Just from a writing perspective, you just described that elves are basically the exact same as fucking everyone else, because everyone is shaped by the place that they are born. Everyone is shaped by what they find beautiful and what gives them passion. Everyone is shaped by the fears that they have, by the things that they find intolerable, unjust, etc. You just had this elf spout all this fucking poetic nonsense about how elves are different. Nope. Why did you choose to be a hunter of evil? Because I am the son of a noble and proud nation, sometimes criticized for our arrogance, but no one doubts our honor. When a crime is committed, we cannot turn a blind eye. If we were to abandon our obligation to oppose evil, if we were to surrender this obligation to other races, we would relinquish our preeminence. Your preeminence? Your preeminence. Oh, okay, gotcha. To remind me, who is the quarry that brought you to Minda? Sure. I wish to aid you in your hunt. I thank you, but this is my mission. I am used to facing all manner of ferocities, my own. I do appreciate your willingness to help. If you happen to meet Kaelessa, take caution. She has turned many innocent souls to the path of evil, and darkness has rewarded her with many gifts. Her appearance alone will tell you that. It has warped the agate skin. The malicious stare of her blood-red eyes, the bestial teeth. She's more monster than elf at this point. I mean, fuck it. We're just gonna... Hey. Oh, wow. I rolled perfectly there. Her skin is dark, her hair preternaturally white. Her red eyes can see perfectly in the dark, which, to my dismay, I have come to know from experience. But bright light causes her kind pain. Used an alchemical powder that explodes in a dazzling flash, and she cried out as if I had stabbed her. It appears that this woman is a drow. Her race is also known as dark or cavern elves. They are rarely seen on the surface, so it is surprising to encounter her. Born Autumn Hay. Fortune to you. I have a feeling that we're gonna eventually find this woman, and it's gonna be like, fuck you, I'm not evil, kind of like scenario. You know? Like, fucking hell type situation. Like, everyone gonna be starting shit about evil. Alright, I think if we go down here...
I feel like a chosen one.
I feel like the chosen one! God damn it, Co-Carnage. Yahoy! Delvin. Hey, Woljeff. Christ. Fucking Woljeff over here. Woljeff is a potential companion. Loot this place. I'm gonna loot the light shield, scale mail, or the dart, or the light hammer, or the chainmail. My goodness. All. I will take. That.
Here we go.
Dude, there's a fucking way to open this wall. I guarantee it. Everything up? Or is it everything down?
Can't make the demons wait.
Hmm. Are we missing one? Is there one in there? See anything? All right. Too much stuff. Oh, too much stuff. Okay, so that is gonna be the end of. I just want to keep playing. Like, but it's already quite late. We've already been playing for about 4.5 hours tonight, and I need to be able to awaken come tomorrow. So we're gonna go ahead and call this video here. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.